Market is open.
All right, guys. There's nothing going on that I see right now. DWAC is bouncing. Outside of that, it eventually is gonna go down, but there's no guarantee that it's gonna do it like in the next, like today, pretty much. But if I did trade anything, that would be the only thing. The other stuff that's up like 80%, that's like New York Stock Exchange. I try to stick to NASDAQ, so I'm not really anything about that. That's the Intel. Other than that, I think that's all I really saw. Good morning. Did anybody, trade or do something yesterday? Did I do something worth mentioning? I remember someone said they just got a job. Market is so boring today. You see Microsoft on your list? Wait, what? I went to school again. Yeah, I get it. You gotta do something while the market's slow. Well, I'm like learning options. I was thinking about learning like I'm not saying I'm going to law school, but like I learned a lot from like Amazon, or what do you call it? Not Amazon, Audible. And so I'm just like, man, there's so many things that like I feel like it'd just be good to know now, or like start learning now, and it's gonna help me like later if I do grow. Yeah, but it seems like it's gonna be the same thing as yesterday. Just trying to figure things out. Just chilling. SPY jumped up to 440, and so it's probably that time to load it. I sent an email to TradeZero trying to get them to send me the paperwork so I can open up an options account. That's taking longer than I thought it would. I thought they'd send me the paper just like right away. Outside of that, this might be a good chance for me to, because I can't just study all day. Like after 3 hours, everything just becomes real slow. We all should learn how to do taxes. That's good too. I guess I'll study that in this upcoming days. I should probably do the same. Like I was about to say fiscal year. Yeah, the tax year did just start. Yeah. What else? There's a lot of like I watch a lot of motivational or educational Instagram posts, and they'll just be like, these are the 20 things that you need to know in your 20s. These are the 50 things that you need to learn before you're like 30 years old. And like, all little things like that. Like fun facts. I love fun facts. Like one fun fact. By the time you turn like 45, you'll only be able to eat like 25% of the stuff that you're currently eating. And then by the time that you turn 55, you only eat like 6%. And so, I really like sugar. And diabetes is a big thing in my family. So I'm like, I know I don't need it, but at least I could try a little bit of it now. But main thing is, I know my parents, they threw that rule out of the window. They're just like, I'm gonna eat what I want because, everything gonna kill me. Drink too much water is gonna kill me. I'm like, oh, okay. In the meantime, one of my favorite, what the, oh yeah, I'm on the other channel. But, I forgot what I was about to do. Oh yeah. Here we go. I'm starting to really like the idea of options. The thing is, I'm still trying to figure out the calculations for it. But in terms of if I could apply the patterns that if I can apply the patterns right, I can really go somewhere with this. And like I don't even have to trade the stock. I can just trade the contract. So I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna be fun. Before I had like a different understanding of contracts. And like the thing is I just reviewed the same material that I saw before, but that was over like 2 years ago. And like since then I've learned so many like little things that I'm like, huh. BBIG small size, short from 3.7. Yeah, so I saw BBIG too. But like it came from it went up to 5 and like it went down over like 3 days. I don't see how do I say it? Like, well, technically that is like over 100. My thing is, I don't think there's like a lot of reward in that. So yeah, just a small short could do it, but it would feel like it would feel like a normal bounce short or like a minimum bounce short at least. Yeah, because it was only up 20% last time. Like last time I saw it, it was like 19%. Where'd you go? Yeah, open at 350. My thing is, I don't think there would be like a lot of reward. And then if there is, might be like a chance that it'll come back. Well, you're in the trade. I don't want to give you too much fun. But, well, 30 cents. That'd be it'd be 10%. I'd try to go for 20% on it if I really wanted. Yeah, it did climb. Yeah, still not me. So nobody was gonna tell me that I was on that screen with just myself. What was I about to say? I'm gonna turn this one off. Yeah, with the WEI. Like I almost got really happy this morning when I saw something at like 68%. I'm like, ooh, we probably actually have a play. Then I saw it was a New York Stock Exchange, and I'm just like, I've seen enough of those stock movies to where I don't trust it. Plus, it's a technology sector with a micro float. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I was like, I can't even pretend to think about like trading this. Now, how can I get it off of the scanner? Because it's every time I like look away, come back, and I see the percentage, I'm just like, ooh. But then I look at the volume, and I'm like, oh, like what? Like it just legit just flashed 30 cents away. But never, or not 30 cents, 30% down. It's probably cracking now. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at the chat. Someone's watching RRA. An IMTE. Oh, microfloat. That's a lot of Green Day. And it's moving so slow. Hmm. Quick question. When you mentioned 30% of daily volume traded, does that include pre-market volume? Yeah. Yeah, it should. The pre-market volume is going to give you that early estimate of the daily volume. And then the first 15 minutes, first 30 minutes, first hour, hour times 4, that's going to give you the later estimate of like the daily volume. And then you can kind of fudge / fake that if you have the 15-minute or 30-minute. And it's like a, what do you call that? Like if you do it at each of the intervals, you can just see if the liquidity is changing. Like if the first 15 minutes is like very fast, then you're just like, oh, it's high liquidity. And then if it starts to slow down, then like you're like, okay, it's shifting a little bit. And usually I just try to take the average between those. Like, so if I'm just really mesmerized by the stock in that first 15 minutes, and I do like the first 15 times, what would that be like 16 or something? And then first 30 times 8, then first hour times 4. That would give me the total amount that I'm looking at, and I'll take 30% of that total. And when that point is reached, then I'm thinking, okay, this should be like slowing down from this point, or this might be the point where like the momentum shift is happening. Bonjour. I forgot how to say good morning. Montine? No. Like, no. Not worth Googling. 3 years of French all down the drain. I can't even remember what to call the professor. Yeah. Not even gonna try. Something else I'm forgetting. Oh, I was gonna bring up a note. I made 2 videos yesterday. What is this? Okay, so content. Okay, let me put this aside. Yeah. I was asking like, what kind of videos did you guys want to see? And someone said, try to find a connection between the different tickers and the overall market and correlation. So like, I'll show you what I figured out yesterday. See if I remember this ticker. I have it written down. There we go. We just do that a few times. Okay, I keep pressing shift though. I mean to press control. There we go. That's again. See. And P. Got it there. No, there's one. That should be enough for now. So pretty much, yesterday I was going through like, how can the SPY affect penny stock? And I was just bringing up the penny stocks that could have been affected in the last month where the SPY was going down. So, yesterday I just took all the tickers that I saw actually run in like any kind of way, like up to 70, 80, 100, 150 in January. And then I just compared it to the QQQ and the SPY. And outside of that, I was trying to see if there was any like differences between them. Long story short, it didn't look like there was more of a difference in like the fundamentals. It was more of a difference in the sector, because all the tickers that ran this month, they were all healthcare. And so you have, PSTV, healthcare, small float, you have RELI, small float finance, IMMX healthcare, NTRB healthcare, GMPX, another healthcare. And like, when you look at like most of their performance, like in that month, majority of them like were downtrending, and a lot of these were just like gap ups, probably 2 bounce shorts. At the end of the day, when I try to compare them to all the IPOs, the only difference I saw when it came to the ones that actually looked like they were mirroring or being affected by the SPY, they only looked like they were slightly being influenced, and it more looked like it was the entire sector was being influenced, like consumer currency, and I think it was like technology. Like they were the ones that were actually trying to mirror what was happening in the SPY. All the pharmaceuticals and healthcare, they didn't have as much of a like harder influence, like, or at least compared to the blue chips and like and ones with like solid fundamentals. Pretty much we didn't really find anything, but we did find like indirect relationships is what I want to say. But yeah, that's probably what I'll do today. I'll just go over like, finding the sector influence. Something else I'm forgetting though. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good morning. Trade long pattern. Gap fill, multi-day breakout. Yeah, I'm just focusing on shorts. The long patterns. Yeah, I wouldn't touch midday perk. Gap fill, not very experienced with it. Multi-day breakout. Yeah, still not experienced with it. I just focus on shorts. ONDS is moving. What's that? What? What am I looking at here? Okay, I can't even like see a long. I was like, how far could this bounce? Like something closer to like that $3 move right here. You definitely see there's volatility, but there's no. It's not quickly moving. Load 18. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at here, or at least how to trade it. Well, I know. Yeah, I don't know what it. Take that out. Okay. Ooh. You said no volume yet? Something else I was forgetting. Oh, yeah. Last one of this sector. What? Yeah. I want to see if currency thing. They wouldn't overall, would they? Okay, there's dollar. Yeah, that's US. US. Okay, maybe that's just like a thing that they're saying. It's a dollar, not actually a sector. Fine. Well, I'll check it out later. Yeah, that definitely won't help. I'm not going to Forex. Back to the preview. What is the ticker symbol for consumer price? Yeah. I don't know if this is what I'm looking for though. Nah, I don't think so. And on gold or oil. Hi Dan, how much is your account size? Ooh, Dan. Huh. Let's see. Something I'm forgetting. Then I'm don't know. I just want to know what sector this is. Okay. Dow Jones. Let's see. That's enough for now. Yeah, but this is like pretty much what I was trying to do before. Put up like 30 tickers on this side. Everything's in January. Only difference between them was like first 10 were penny stocks, next 10 were IPOs, last 10 were like known blue chips, and I just compare them to like SPY, QQQ, and then try to find some correlation between them. Only thing I saw was like pharmaceuticals were the only thing really running. And then the things that look like the SPY were were like Netflix, Tesla, Amazon, things like that. But the low floats, they look nothing like on the daily at least. And then when you compare them to like the 2-day, like the very small sample I was trying to use on the SPY, nothing looked even close to like this gap down, then like gap fill. So, well, that wasted like 10 minutes. So let's go to the next thing. I really don't want to trade GWAC, but I really do. I want to see how much the borrows are for now. I just want to make a trade, but I don't want to overtrade.
Rejected.
That's fine. I just want to know the price.
Rejected.
Okay, fine. Oh, thank you. That's because winning percentage. Yes, the winning percentage of the long pattern are lower than the short pattern because the nature is on our side. And the nature of all penny stocks, because of their bad fundamentals, is they're all going to fail as soon as they grow up. At first, I thought you were answering the guy above you because you're the closest person with a Dan in their name. And I don't know who Dan is and how much is his account size. Because PDT really sucks. My account size, though, what is my account size right now? I should be barely above PDT, probably by like 10K. And that's like just straight because I put in the money. Yeah, even though I'm above PDT, I should still trade like I'm on PDT. It'd be a lot easier to manage that way. If I really had the discipline I needed to exponentially grow, I'd only be making like 1, maybe 2 trades a week anyway. And like those 2 trades might be the same on just like 1 trade. But I wouldn't try to make a habit of that. If anything, I'd just go in once and get out once to make it easier to practice some type of like patience. But I also want to kind of say listening skills, but it's more of like observing. But it feels like listening. Oh, Let me go back to the last 10:10. We got 20 minutes. Where's my tag? P. There we go. Actually, it'd be trading. Got 11. Okay, so I should have some videos coming out in like the next few weeks. Pretty much I have videos like coming out all the way to like February something. And I think one of the next ones should say something about why having very clear goals and clear notes and everything is pretty much important. And like, just to give you like a little outline of that, it goes back to the same topic that I mentioned in the first like 10 streams, which was having like 3 swords and how you have to refine them to like a certain proficiency before they're actually usable. And this time I just put a little bit more into the like the wording. And so like, you probably hear the word system out there a lot, and so I try to give it like a little bit more of a like detail. Like, I define the system as like your edge, that thing that makes it more likely that you're gonna win money than lose money. Like, even if it is like bare minimum like 51%, 49%, just to have that edge, like that pattern. And then everything else outside of that is just giving you like little nudges in the right direction, like adding the extra like 1%, 5%, like 10% would be like really good if you find something like a complementing detail or factor. And at the end of the day, like, the trader itself is a part of the system. And so that's why like understanding yourself to a certain extent will help you in your like system. And so that's why I just defined it as like, your edge, your behaviors, and your attitude, because each of these 3 things can be broken down into so many like subcategories. And just on the edge, that comes down to like something credible that's either like already made, or it's like some kind of pattern, it's a process that you use, or any kind of like credible strategy out there. Like, whether that be like something based off of indicators or signals, or whether it's based off of psychology and like cognitive biases and things like that. Main thing is, not only do you need the knowledge, but you also need the awareness. So like, those are 2 completely different things. It gets pretty deep. It's only like a 10-minute video or something, but it's only for the people that know how to like use it. And this is pretty much the concept and like the aspects like all in one. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but that's just what this is gonna be talking about when that video comes out. Level 2, I still don't like it. And I still don't think I'm ready enough to use it, like, well, at least. I don't know if this note is useful. Price action is cool though. Okay. Yeah, like, see, when I make these notes, they're most of the time they're for me to read. And so I put up like things that like slightly get my point across. What is Trader? Okay. So the last like 3 notes were pretty much trying to put you in the right mindset. And like that's somewhere between like slightly neutral, slightly positive, or slightly negative, but nothing on the extremes, because then you'll fall into some type of delusion or illusion. And you know, your perception of what's happening is going to change. GATO dropped. Oh, 10-3. Well, it's been dropping since yesterday. Why? Well, that's a pretty big market cap for having such a small float. What's the basic material? Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's a New York Stock Exchange. Remember, we just saw one. Let's start pulling up some other New York Stock Exchange stickers. We have one up here. See if there's some type of connection. Yep, I have no clue why this is like dropping that bad. First, let's actually figure out that move. This came out today. But it started dropping. It started dropping yesterday, like in the after hours. So this is just news event. No event that was like, let's see what. Okay, nothing modern. Nothing. No, that's not even. No, we're gonna stop that. Do it. Oh, it's dead. Well, at the end of the day, nothing we could do about it. It's already lost 70%. Um, well, doesn't that mean there might be a bounce? But that doesn't look like an offering or something to me. And then we don't even know that until like tomorrow. Or, let's see what Twitter and stuff says. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's basic materials, downgrades, Gato silver, outperformed, underperformed, and lower the price. But that beam needs to stop. It's gonna haunt me. What is that entire like index though? Precious metals. Oh, it takes me there. That's helpful. Yeah, that's fine. Basically, alright. Back where I started. Oh well. Jan should have many runners. January should have many runners. The winter is usually pretty hot. Yeah. The most of the time it was during like November and like December. But previous Januaries would like have a lot of volatility. Main thing is we just had 2 years of like insane volatility, and so it's kind of normal to have like, you know, almost a year of calm market. Just as like a correction. Let me see. Did it go far back enough? Wait, what? I can't go further back. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, 2020's effect on the market is over. Um, but the thing is, like, there's gonna have to be some type of balance to it, and so I don't know how long that period is gonna be, because normally you can see anywhere from like 3 months of like a dead spot in the market. Now with all the like, what do you call those? With all the checks given out and like whatever else like is influenced, I can't tell if that 3 months might turn into 5 months, or if it'll turn into a year, or if anything, it just does normally what it does. Main thing is no one really knows, but you can also still keep making money. You just have to adjust to whatever is given. And so if everything in the past 2 years was like minimum 100%, you're aiming for those 100%. Now you just have to figure out, are we aiming for 200% now, or are we aiming for like 50%? And so like that's all I'm really like looking for. In the meantime, I'll be trying to learn options and probably taxes. SRR, it's bouncing. Pretty much what I was just doing right there is like, I pretty much try to go back to 2008. I'm just like, hey, what happened like after this? And to see if there was some type of calm bubble. Oh, 20 years. There we go. What am I doing? There's 1 month. Ah, it was that one. Okay. This is the one that went up to 20. Oh, wait, 30. I thought it went up to 26. Ah, yeah, they go up to 26. There's nothing in between. I can't tell why this 26 became somewhat of a resistance. Main thing is like this ran from 15 up to 26, so that's $11. It's a $26 stock now. Like I can't see myself shorting it. Like there'd be no reason to. Like, is there even volume trap there? This is only 33 million. It's a 3 million float. So the max that can be trapped there in the first place is only like 4 million. Whoa, where'd it go? I saw it pressed it. That's okay. Wait, so it did go to 30? Oh, it did it in the pre-market. Okay. Well, if that's the case, 3 million float, have 30 million across, and then it kind of consolidated a little bit, but it's a really thick range, and it's over that range already. It kind of looked like it's trying to catch some type of support. You know what are you? 6%. Like you're only 70% above that neutralized area. But you're still a $30 stock. 3 million plus. So that's something. And then it's like the record. Like all this volume pretty much makes all this disappear. Like all the history disappear. So, I just don't know how this got up there though. Like, cause it wouldn't. Like this is a gap to me. Like that's not an uptrend. That's a gap. I can't tell if that's like one person or like if they did something to that. I'm not touching. Yeah, I'm not touching. Even though I'm not touching, I still want to see the borrow fee. Okay, 1 cent. Other than that, all right, guys, 10:30. Hopefully we get a play or something tomorrow. In the meantime, be safe, learn something, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.